Esteemed delegates, once again, my name is Nat Yeduma, and I salute you. You get set for the oncoming presidential primary election. I crave your indulgence to yet again speak with you on some of the pressing national issues that concerns the 2023 elections. And in this time, I would like to talk on the state of the national education and on the issue of restructuring the country. As I've said in our other conversations, everything that is dear to us as citizens broken in the Nigeria today. The economy is down, national security is gone, and our educational system is seriously broken down. These three aspects of our national life are closely connected. The health of the national economy impacts heavily on national security, and education impacts heavily on national economy and security. An illiterate person is an unemployable person, and an unemployed person is a potential bandit, kidnapper, burglar, or highway robber. That is why when education is neglected, the economy suffers, crime increases, and insecurity worsens. Education is what produces skilled labor to operate our factories, knowledgeable workers for civil service, and private entrepreneurs to develop our small and medium industries. That we need to develop the economy and to create jobs for our youth and to reduce unemployment among citizens. The PDP government of Obasanjo and Atiku recognized this. That is why they operated a holistic template for the development of education. They introduced the Universal Basic Education UBEC template to guarantee free basic education. They ensured that the TED fund was functional so as to develop our infrastructure for tertiary education. And they licensed private education institutions to cater for the shortfall in the number of public schools. Basically, the PDP government, led by Obasanjo and Atiku, laid out the foundation for sustainable development of education. Unfortunately, the system has been totally destroyed over the last 8 years by the dysfunctional leadership of the APC. This is why the task to mend and restore a broken educational system is a task that is best handled by those who develop a successful template, are the PDP and Atiku Abubakar. But like I said, when I talked on the economy, the tax of repairing the damage done to our educational system is a tax that cannot be left in the hands of those who still need to learn on the job by trying and error and doing experiments. Our country cannot afford it simply because we are being left behind by the rest of the world. We have to restore our school system, as we cannot continue to operate of sending our children abroad because our schools are permanently on strike. We all know that the test of the pudding is in the eating, and no one can give what he doesn't have. There is no way a person can develop, organize, and manage a system in which he have no passion for, which he has no experience in doing before, and which he cannot present any tangible proven competencies. Atiku is a man with demonstrable and proven passion for education. And he has vast experience running schools at all levels, nursery, primary, secondary, and up to university level. I invite you to take a look at the APTI institution, which is one of the Atiku setup to boost the national education system. Reforming education is a matter of having the right policy, and the leader must see education as a priority. Atiku's commitment to education is one of the top of his list of policy priorities. Please listen to him speaking on the plans on education.
Education should be given free to every Nigerian, at least up to the secondary school level. I know the value of education. If not because of education, what kind of value would someone like me, a poor child from a small village, would have added to Nigeria? That is why I established an educational community in my hometown where I built schools from kindergarten to university all in one place to provide education to the promising younger generation. The success of any educational policy is not measured based on the number of bodies in classrooms or schools alone, but also the quality and relevance of the education. That is why we will invest in improving access and quality of education.
My dear compatriots and delegates, bear it at the back of your mind. The solution to our collapsed economy and broken security lies in the restoration of our education system. Now, if you should diligently assess all the aspirants of our party in a transparent and honest manner, who among them at the time of passion, commitment, and experience to restore and rebuild our national educational system. If you do this sincerely, your answer, I strongly want to believe, is Atiku Abubakar. My dear compatriots and extended delegates, as I am repeating it, leadership is about experience. Hence, in 2023, Nigerian voters would like to choose and select the candidates who has proven experience and records of performances as the development of education is concerned. In this regard, for the PDP, the cap fits Atiku. Thus, as the saying goes, who the cap fits, let him wear it. The power now lies in your hands to make it possible for Nigeria to make the best choice in 2023. You as delegates is in the position to do this by nominating Atiku Abubakar as the flag bearer of the party. This would be an informed and wise decision on your part. I implore you, esteemed delegates, to exercise and use the power you have wisely by voting Atiku in the party primaries. Now, on the subject of restructuring the country, over the last 8 years, the unprecedented nepotism and favoritism and bigotry demonstrated by the failed APC government has led to the calls for the need to restructure the country. These calls are valid. Nigeria is supposedly a federal republic. Unfortunately, over the years, the central government has assumed responsibilities which is in the domain of the states and local government. The worst part is that having captured such powers from the states and local government, the federal government have grossly failed to deliver on the responsibilities it's supposed to. Hence, it has failed to deliver on education, and our school system is dying. It has failed to build roads, and our transport system is very poor. It has failed to provide good health care. Hence, Nigerians are traveling abroad for medical treatment. And it has failed to equip and operate proper police system. Hence, our security system has collapsed, and insecurity has become the order of the day. There is no doubt that the call for restructuring is one of the most important issues of the 2023 election. However, restructuring has been defined in many ways by many people. That's why it is important that those who are aspiring to lead the country must be made to explain their ideas of restructuring so that Nigerians can appreciate their intentions and plans. Now let me ask, who among the aspirants have openly stated the need to restructure Nigeria and presented the idea of the kind of restructuring he would implement if given the mandate of the party. The answer is no other one but Atiku. Please listen to Atiku as Atiku's talk on the absolute need to restructure our country.
It as a nation has been fatally bruised. Social cohesion is being eroded, democratic consolidation being undermined, and national unity and security threatened by ethno-religious tensions, agitations, restiveness, and disputes over titles and entitlements. Over the years, Nigeria has promoted, tolerated, and indeed celebrated a defective political structure. Our states and local governments are too weak to meet their constitutional responsibilities. Consequently, the federal government has succeeded in emasculating them and taking away those responsibilities, and along with these, the resources which belong to them. The structure of our country is not working. If we were to develop into a united, secure, and prosperous nation, we must be bold enough to stitch all the structural false lines that have arrested our development as a nation. We must adopt a new economic management model and a new political structure that will cure all the federating units of their addiction to oil revenues. Because the longest span I can give to the oil revenue maybe is another 10 years. We must restructure the polity and the economy. It is a must.
My dear delegates, you have heard me talk on some of the most critical national challenges, such as national unity, national security, the economy, education, and devolution of powers to the federating units of the country. These are the main issues of the 2023 elections. Atiku has spoken and clearly demonstrated his preparedness to take on and provide credible solutions to those issues. But the truth of the matter is that this is not a task that he can carry out without your mandate. As a delegate of the party, the power rests squarely in your hands to give the man the mandate to set off on the task to resolve, to rescue and restore our nation from the principle of failure and dissolution. The party primaries of May 28th is your date with destiny. As a concerned party man and a patriotic Nigerian, I implore you to make wise choice and give your vote and mandate to Atiku Abubakar. This is an opportunity you must not allow to go to waste for the sake of PDP and for the sake of the restoration of Nigeria. Thank you, and in anticipation that you will make the right call and vote for Atiku. By so doing, you will help PDP and Nigeria to get back on track towards speedy recovery, restoration, and prosperity. God bless you as you vote Atiku.